What's up, everybody? Back with another one, and as you can see, we got Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, with Ivalice Chronicles on the horizon, I got the itch to play through the original version one more time. And I gotta be real with y'all, every single time I play this game, I'm reminded why I love it so much. And if you're like me, you've been itching for news and updates on Ivalice Chronicles. And if you're like me, you've been bummed out about all the infighting in the community about which version's better, which version's superior, what's missing from this, that, or the other. I'm not here for any of that today. What I want to do today is basically make a love letter for Final Fantasy Tactics. Tell you guys why I love this game so much and why I think this is the best Final Fantasy. Hands down, no questions asked. As for all that other stuff with Ivalice Chronicles and War of the Lions, I'll talk about that a little bit at the end, but the bulk of this video, I just want to gush about this video game. So, why do I love Final Fantasy Tactics so much? Ooh boy. So if you have seen any of my reviews, you know how I am. I am a story man. I am a story guru. I need the story to be amazing or your game is mid off rip. And Final Fantasy Tactics holds that down in spades. I genuinely believe that this is the best story a Final Fantasy game has ever had. Now with a new generation of fans on the horizon, with Ivalice Chronicles coming out, I will not get into spoilers about the story. I know how old this game is, but like I just said, we got new fans on the horizon. I don't want to ruin anything for them. I will say this though, and I always describe the story in this way to people that have never played the game before. This game is Game of Thrones through and through as far as the story goes. The general idea is a war of secession for the crown. And from there, it just snowballs into this mystical, demon-filled magical conspiracy, and the way it gets there, it's a natural progression. Like slowly over time, the layers of mysticism and magic and cosmic shit is slowly sprinkled throughout the game over time. So once you get to the end and it really pops off in that way, it feels natural. It doesn't feel like it just comes out of left field and hits you over the head with like magic spells and demons and shit. You see it coming, you anticipate its arrival, and when it arrives, the payoff is so good. And then you sprinkle on top all the typical Final Fantasy stuff, the love stories, the friendships, the betrayal, all that good stuff. This story is top notch and legit one of my favorite stories in gaming. And personally, for me, I have favorite parts of the story, but like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone. I will say this though, I think the end of chapter 2 is absolutely amazing. The beginning of chapter 4, I really like a lot. And that one battle in chapter 3, man, if you played this game, you know who I'm talking about. And who I'm talking about, there's so many good moments in store for the new players of this game, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. I really can't. Now, let's talk about actually playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Let's talk about the battle system. Now, as far as battle systems go, it's pretty basic. It's a SRPG. Your move, attack, all that basic shit. Like, it doesn't do anything special in that regard. What the game does that is special is its implementation of the job system. And again, like I said with the story, I think Final Fantasy Tactics has the best implementation of the job system in the franchise. If you want to argue 5, I'll listen. I'm not going to beat you down for that. It's kind of like Jordan and LeBron for me. Like if you swap them, I'm not going to make the argument with you, but I have my personal preference. I think Tactics does it the best. And what I like about Tactics' job system is the ability to mix and match different abilities from all sorts of jobs to create your own custom unit. So if you want a monk that wears heavy armor that can just tank and punch shit, you can do that. If you want that same monk to jump insanely high, to reach different like super high heights that other characters can't reach, you can do that. If you want an archer that can break armor and break weapons from across the screen, you can make that. Anything you can do, for the most part, anything you can think of, for the most part, you can do it in this game. You can create that character. And that flexibility and that freedom in creating whatever units you want is what puts this over the top for me. It's like I said, as far as like the regular battles goes, this game does nothing special. The special jobs are really cool, like my girl over here on the side, Agrius motherfucking Oaks with status sword. The first time I saw a status sword, bro, I fucking lost it. And then Night Sword comes up right behind. This game is fucking godlike, bro. The special job classes in this game are ridiculous. The Night Sword skills, the Holy Knight skills, the Loon Knight skills, the Rune Knight skills, like all the jobs that you can't fucking have. But they're so cool. You'll get units that are able to do those things, I promise. But like, oh my god. Oh, I knew I was gonna ramble about this game, man. I wrote a fucking script and I'm not following it at all. I just keep going about how great this game is. And since I'm sitting here rambling about the jobs, there are, I believe, 22 jobs in total. And those are the jobs that your generic units can obtain. And like I said, there's special jobs that you can't get. Holy Knight, Divine Knight, Rune Knight, Arc Knight, Saint, Sword. Like, you can't get those things. There's characters that you can use or characters that are guests that can use those skills. But unfortunately, you can't use them. They're pretty badass, man. One of my few complaints about the game is that you can't access any of those cool-ass jobs for Ramza. And now that I've hit you over the head with how much I love this game's battle system, this game's story, let's talk about the Ivalice Chronicles real quick. Let's talk about the remaster that's coming out. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. All the stuff that is War of the Lions related is not going to be included in this version of the game. So we're not going to get Dark Knight and Onion Knight. We're not going to have Balthier or Luso. We're not going to have the Rendezvous. We're not going to have the extra scenes like the Agrius scene, which I love that scene, dude. Agrius Oaks is my queen. I love that fucking woman. Anyway, that won't be in there. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm pretty disappointed in that. I think that every version of the game should be represented in this game. Like, make a definitive version, because we already know there's going to be a classic version, which is going to be the original PSX version based on the Japanese version with the War of the Lions translation. Now, I get the vision. I get what they're going for. They want this to be based on the original Japanese version. Okay, cool. And this is made by the team that made that version, not the team who made War of the Lions. Okay, cool. Just give us their version of the game, man. Like, that's it. That's all. There's people who are fans of that version and that version alone, and they shouldn't be excluded or felt left out because you guys didn't vibe with that version of the game as developers. Now, that being said, I do want to say this. There's this small section of the fandom that is attacking anything related to Ivalice Chronicles, calling it a lazy cash grab and all that shit. And I cannot stand that. Please don't do that, guys. Do not discredit the developers and their vision. This is nothing close to a lazy cash grab. Skater XL, that shit's a cash grab. There's a lot going into this version that makes it more than just a cash grab, and in my opinion, makes it worth the $50 asking price. But again, that's my opinion. There's a lot of people that don't feel that way, and I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, bro, because I ain't worked for it. But for me, I feel like they're doing enough to justify the price tag and justify a different standalone version of the game, as opposed to rolling all the versions into a ball into one game. But still, they should have gave us War of the Lions as an option to play. And with that out of the way, let's talk about what we are getting in Ivalice Chronicles real quick. Because we don't have like one place that has solid ass news. It's just a bunch of different little clips and tidbits from all over the internet. So once we get something solid and cohesive in one place, I'll come to you guys, make a dope video for you so you guys can get all your information in one place. Until then, let's just do a quick boom, boom, boom about what's being added and what's included in Ivalice Chronicles. So first and foremost, we got the updated UI, which I am in love with, because this UI, it displays all the critical information you need to make decisions in battle. In classic tactics and War of the Lions, you were going through menus trying to find turn orders. When is this unit gonna go? When is this spell gonna go off? What is my affinity against this unit? Can I attack them without my damage being nerfed or them hit me without doing big old damage? All that shit is displayed up front for you so you can make decisions much quicker. Imagine how much faster battles are gonna be and how much time it's gonna cut off your overall play time without having to dig through all those menus all the time in every battle. You can just see it right there. Like I said earlier, we got the new script, 60% bigger, voice acted. They rewrote it so it can flow with spoken dialogue. They said they're gonna have more insight into characters' motivations. They're gonna just like give more info about what they want and what they're doing. And one of the things they pointed out in particular is just something that bothered me about the original game so much. Marquise Elmdor. What is going on with that dude? I almost did it. But let's just say you finally figure it. They're going to go into it. You finally know. So thank you, because that was, they're adding in battle what's called tactical view. What tactical view does is it flattens out the map and gives you a bird eye view of the whole battlefield. So you don't have to click around your camera all over the place to see the battlefield and see how many units you're actually fighting against. All that is going to be easy to see in tactical view. And mine, oh my god, this is my favorite. This is my favorite battle system change. You can see where you are deploying your units before you start battle. You can actually see on the map where they are going. It will no longer be a mystery, and then you spawn and you're like, oh shit, I'm behind a tree. Sick. Nope, you can actually see the fucking tree before you start, so you can never put them there in the first place. What a godlike change. Thank you. And on top of that, you're able to change your units loadout before battle. When you're in the deployment screen placing your units, you can change their equipment, you can change their abilities, you can learn new abilities, you can change their job. You can finally manipulate your units right before a battle instead of being locked into what you have and having to back all the way out to readjust your units for the battle. Oh, so good. Thank you, bro. These quality, I feel like for me personally, these quality of life changes are enough to make this the superior version of the game. And if you're on PC, think about what you're going to be able to do with the mods that are going to come out for this, bro. This game is going to go to another level. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for me. I wanted to make this video because I absolutely love this video game. If I was alone on the island and I could only play one game for the rest of my life, it would be Final Fantasy Tactics. I adore this game. And before I go real quick, let me give you a quick rundown of some of my favorite things, because I want to hear you guys' favorite things about this game. I told you my favorite moments in the story, my favorite characters. Agrius Oaks, I love that woman to death. Obviously Ramza Bialu, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, my entire value and judgment system, I think my moral compass is completely based on that character. What else? My favorite battle? Ooh, my favorite battle. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. I've never really, my favorite battle, I love the in-game battles, that run of battles, and I do that without Orlando to make it as fun as possible. The music in this game is phenomenal. Trisection is my favorite song. I fucking love that song. BE is an amazing song. The that song is fire. What's the unit song when you're in the menus? Oh shit, this game, bro. Yeah, man, like I love this game, and I really want to hear from you guys. Like, who are your favorite characters? What's your favorite battle? What's your favorite job? What's your favorite job combination? What do you like to make? What job do you put and keep Ramza in for the game? Do you switch them around? Like, I want to know everything about you guys in regards to this game. So please let me know. I love this game. I love talking about this game. I love learning about this game. So if there's any tidbits of information or knowledge that you guys have about this game, please drop it in the comments, man. The more I know, the more I learn, the more I fall in love with this game. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, because I just rambled my ass off about this game. I wrote a script. It's right here on this thing, my whole ass script, and I did not stick to a single fucking word because my love and passion for this game just took over. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.